The observation we made on the Turkish culture in Istanbul were very different from the culture we know in Denmark. Wild cats and dogs were dominating the streets. Gypsies and homeless children from Syria were alone without parents, begging for money and food. People were trying to deceive each other, and it did not matter if it was a tourist or other Turks. If you wanted to take a ride in a taxi, it was important to arrange a price before you got inside of the taxi, otherwise the possibility that you were deceived was near 100. The buildings were ramshackle and the children from Syria were playing in those buildings where nobody lived. The lack of renovated houses made Istanbul seem more neglected than it was. The food culture in Istanbul were characterized by a lot of spices and bread served with every meal. It is easy to see that the health in Istanbul do not have the same meaning as the health in Denmark. The small bakeries and cafes were filled with bread with cheese and more bread. They all had tea in Turkey, where we in Denmark drink a lot of coffee. Also, the dessert table in Istanbul is way more delicate and inviting than a Danish one. They eat a lot of cake and sugary desserts than we do at home. Our experience was that the dessert was too sweet for us, and we missed a normal slice of cake or some ice cream. One of the biggest observations was the Turks' lack of ability to speak English. The way of communicate with people, whether it was food, direction, or other questions, became difficult, and we had a lot of trouble getting around because they did not understand us. It also made our field research harder because they did not want to take our questionnaires unless they saw it was in Turkish, and it was not easy to tell them and to make them understand it.
Need to take some name or
No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
now in general you question about about the culture between East and West, and especially in Turkey.
Yes.
The Turkey are connected with the traditional, old traditional, and the religion also.
Yes.
But in Istanbul, you can't see this different because older people are more modern, like the European live.
Yeah.
But in fact, all the people now in the old mind, you can say. Yes.
Okay.
Because all the people in the north, in the down, they think about anything in religion that's be opposite with the cultures, that's the community, like
Yes.
to falling in up.
Okay.
And one more question: Turkey is the best place in the Middle East to people live there.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
you
it's
can't-
more modern.
Yeah, more
Yes,
modern,
okay.
and you can't compare with European community because are different between the people.
Okay.
People here think more about the religion, and if you think about religion, you can't be in a more step in life.
Okay. Thank you.
The Turkish culture compared to Gerhusted. As our friend from Syria describes, the Turkish population are bound up by tradition. It is the diminishing collectivism from the model of Hofstede. They are similar to the Turks. They are taking care of the family, and they are often living together, different generations under the same roof. The collectivism also focus on dealing with problems as a group and focus on the group's success and shared goals. Besides collectivism, the Turks are also a society with uncertainty avoidance, which means the Turkish population like rules and norms for the society. They do not take things as they come, instead they like to see what is going to be in the future. Also, the Turks have a high score in power distance, which means they have a hierarchy in the way the relationships and communication between the leaders and the employees are working. It is also seen in the way they treat their presidents. They are almost obeying him, and they look very much up to him by showing pictures of him everywhere in Istanbul.
Nereye daldınız yine? Bilen usta